building the Punisher from the Batman Detective Gold Label, or no, not the Gold Label, a big box of guns, and Superman Fantasy State. I'm using the head sculpt off the Superman for the Punisher. So I had to change up the skin tone a little bit because the skin tones were kind of off. So I used some caramel and some white, mixed it up, did some tones, flesh tones, did a little shading. Now that everything's done and primered, I'm coming in with an opaque white, Createx white. I'm making everything bright white and dark, just opaque black. I'm going for the comic book Punisher. I don't want any kind of damaged stuff on the shield, his skull. I want to make these lines as straight as I possibly can make them, like he came right out of the comic books. Anyway, so here's how I put it together so far. Thanks for watching. I'll pop in and out every now and then. This was a brown jacket. I was debating back and forth whether to keep the jacket brown and the sleeves brown, but I decided to go all black. I just wanted, again, I know I've already said this, but I just wanted it black and white. Just black and white. I don't think I'm going to do any highlights on this. I don't think I'm going to do any dry brushing, but just standard opaque Createx black, going over everything, put a couple coats on it. And here's where it came to the part I was dreading all along. Wish I could, my camera cut out on me when I was putting the eyes on, but I realized it when it did. It came back in, turned it back on, and here what I did with the chest, since it kind of looked like a skull on his chest piece, I as soon as I get the camera straight, there we go. I just drew everything in. After I drew it in with pencil, I came back with magic marker, and then I came back with paint, and then I colored all around the skull. I didn't want to do all this and tape it off and then try to airbrush it. I don't really like doing a whole lot of brushing on things. You know, small detail things are fine, but that's okay. I don't like using the brush overall on a big piece such as the torso, but I figured most of this torso is covered up with the jacket. can see on the sides all the buckles and belts and stuff that's holding the armor plates together. I kind of wish I picked up the other figure, but I didn't. I was using this figure for something else that I didn't end up using it, so I just left it in a box until I seen the chest plate sort of look like a skull, and I wanted a Punisher. All those straps there that's going around his waist and around his side or whatever, his lats, they could have been that's a missed opportunity. That I was going to go in there and take my time and make those straps white, all those belts white, and everything else black. But the jacket's going to cover up most of all this anyway, which is, I'm okay with that. But anyway, here's where I heated up the chest plate, and I stuck a toothpick in there just to lift it up a little bit so I could get in there and behind the skull plate, shield, whatever you want to call it. I kind of wish it was just one flat surface so I could draw the skull on there so it looks like a t-shirt, but after I looked at it I didn't realize it was like two different layers of this armor that Batman has on his chest. But I think overall it looks like a more modern Punisher, I guess. Not really happy about that, but it's cool. I said earlier I could have airbrushed this, and I really wish, I don't know why, since it's so broken up with so much detail, it wouldn't matter if I kind of airbrushed it or painted it with a paintbrush like I am now. If it was a smooth surface, I definitely would have masked it off, the skull off on his chest, and just airbrush it, because it's just such a smoother paint job. I know a lot of people can do really cool stuff with brushes and make it look smooth just like an airbrush, but I was never able to do that as well as most people. But here's when I'm finalizing the torso up. Happy with the skull, happy so far with it, and this was a fun one. I enjoyed doing this one, man. This one just, there's no problems at all. Everything fell in place for me on this one, at least I feel. Here's the only part that's kind of and it's just like I just showed you there, it's just straight Createx opaque black, real thin stuff that goes through the airbrush well. I don't want to use any kind of cheap paint, just filling all this stuff in, because to keep my lines as straight as possible, and you're dealing with white and black, it's like almost night and day. I love white and black stuff, and I love gray and black stuff, but you have to be really careful so you don't hit going through, you got to stay in your lines, man, because obviously if you're going straight black and straight white and there's no shading and there's no damage on the armor or anything like that to hide some of the defects that, or some of the not so straight lines, so to speak, which is a good way to hide them. And there's, like I said, that's an awesome way too, but I wanted this to be straight white and black. I wanted my lines to be almost perfect. So I'm under a magnifying glass. Sometimes, if you've seen in this video me being out of frame and stuff, it was kind of a pain because I had to watch through the magnifying glass, and I had to look at the camera to see where I was at. So you have to forgive me if I'm out of frame sometimes in this video, which so far, like here, I'm out of frame right now. Didn't realize it. After I realized it, I looked in the camera and I bring it back down. When I was closer to being done to the legs, I was thinking to myself I should probably do some kind of dry brushing and stuff like that, but I don't know. I keep going back and forth with that, but I don't know. I still have some stuff to do to finish this project. I got to do the arms yet, well, the top part of the arms. I haven't done that yet, but here at the end, I'll show you at the very end of the finished project. Nothing's been clear coated. It's kind of tacky because I did use a lot of brushing on this one, which I didn't think I was going to, but I think that was the best way to go about it when you're going black and white. Make everything white and then come in black instead of opposed to spray painting everything black, of course, and trying to come in white and doing all the masking off. The masking would have took most of the time out, and like I said earlier, this one went pretty smooth, man. I'm kind of happy where it's at right now, but I'm sure there's a lot of touch-up I got to do. I'm gonna give it a clear coat. Then I'll see it tomorrow again with fresh eyes, man, because after staring at these legs and doing the torso, man, my eyes are like crossed. Here's the finished product. Here's the finished legs. They are kind of shiny. That's not clear coated or nothing. That's just straight after painting them. And here's all the pieces so far that has to be redone, some rework. There's the top of the arms, got to be done. But that's it, man. Thanks for watching.